Guys, so we are happy to have Mathew here. I'm really excited to get into Mathew's background in content creation. So if you don't know yet, Mathew has been able to transition from a 9-to-5 successfully to become a full-time content creator. And maybe like myself, I'm also trying to make the same type of move. So I'm going to find out today from Mathew how he did it. So stay tuned and let's get it. So Mathew Sey, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Good.
yeah. So without wasting so much time, can you tell us a little bit about your background?
I'm a content creator and video editor in Finland, and trying to make some money.
Trying to make some money.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me start by asking, what was your, obviously because we are talking about transitioning or navigating from 9-to-5 to full-time content creation, can you tell us a little bit about what your 9-to-5 used to be?
I wonder if that was, I think that is also still under 9-to-5. It was food delivery, even though you don't really work within that specific time range. Right. It was food delivery, same.
Okay, so how long did it take you before you finally managed to transition from 9-to-5 to full-time content creation?
It took me a while.
How long, for example?
I think, if I should put it that way, it would be my whole life. Your whole life?
Yeah,
okay. If you should put it that way.
Okay.
Since my working life,
right.
Since this is the first time of really transition. So.
Yeah. But I mean, like, when you first had the idea to start to do YouTube, for example, how long from when you really had the idea to do YouTube did you really transition from going full-time into?
Yeah, then in that case, then it'd been like 5 years.
5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, so about 5 years, you said. So how were you able to sustain yourself both in terms of work stability, doing your 9-to-5 and also doing content at the same time?
Then on that part, I think it's the risk that you need to take. Yeah,
the risk.
If you believe in what you're doing, then you just gotta find a way.
Right.
Time
and I'm pretty sure that when you start doing content creation, immediately you were not able to monetize it.
Yeah.
How did you know it was going to work?
I think it's a feeling that it's gonna be hard to explain. You just know within yourself that it's gonna pick up.
Okay. And when it came to pivoting, right? Yeah. I assume when you started YouTube from the beginning, you started with a few other things that probably didn't work, and then you were able to kind of change it a little bit until finally it worked. So somehow you must have known that YouTube is really going to work, but you just didn't know what was going to work. How did you know that, and how were you able to be patient for 5 years before it really picked up?
I think you never know.
You never know.
That's the scary part.
But I would say you must have known, because if you didn't know, you wouldn't try 3 different things. You could have just quit YouTube completely. That this is not working, when your first format didn't work.
Yeah, that's the part. Because if you know, then it's gonna be so easy. Then you know, okay, this thing is gonna work. So
right.
Let me just keep doing.
Okay.
But then the scary part is you don't know if it's gonna work. So you just have to find some strength and energy to just keep. So I think you will never know.
So what are some of the challenges you had when you first started to transition full-time? What are some of the challenges and obstacles that you had?
I think first of all, it will be the business side.
Okay.
Yeah, because then now you need to learn everything about business, even though you are not really into business.
Right.
Because then you're coming from you being employee and your employer doing everything for you. You just receive your pay slip and you're done.
Right,
but this time around, it's you have to learn a whole new language altogether.
Okay.
So I think that part was...
How is the YouTube money?
Good. It is good.
Let's say now, obviously you are doing content creation full time, so there's a lot of benefit that comes with that. So you basically sleep and wake up whenever you want. What is your routine, or what is your schedule like now?
Mine is not really. I don't have a specific routine that I go with.
Okay.
It's like for instance, this today when I wake up and I have the energy, I can go for 12, 14 hours straight, just working. And then when I'm tired, I can sleep for like 8, 10 hours till I feel like so I don't have a specific routine that I follow.
Right. So there's a lot of people out there who are also considering moving from 9 to 5 to probably doing content creation. What do you have to say to those people? Like a word of motivation for them, for example.
First of all, I would say the money is good. I'm not going to lie to you. Then second, you'll get to meet new people, people, like-minded people, people that when you talk to, mostly on phone calls or video calls, you could see that, they are on the same path with you and they are making much more better than you. So, I would say it feels good. It is great. You're doing something you're passionate about. And I would just say, don't give up. I know it's always like you keep hearing it. Like, it's something we keep hearing, don't give up. But that's it. Just don't give up. Find strength and just keep pushing, keep posting and all that. So
I heard Mr. Beast say something one time that somebody like him makes it. But out of every one person like him who makes it, there is 1,000 other people who don't make it. You made it. For the people who are thinking to take the same part, to do content creation at the moment, definitely there are some financial challenges from the beginning and stuff like that. How were you able to save for, say, 2 months or 3 months before you were able to say, okay, now I have enough money, so I'm going to go all in? Or did you even do that? Did you have any savings when you started doing YouTube? Or you just decided like, okay, I'm going to go full time, I'll take all the risk and whatever happens?
I think with mine, there was no savings at the beginning.
Okay. So that was a big risk.
Yeah, that was. But then before jumping, I had some conversation with some brands. And I knew I'll be getting something from there. So in that case, it wasn't a complete risk. 100%
you had some
risk.
security.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Let's talk about gears, for example. I know a lot of people who are thinking to create content. Most of them have iPhones 13, 14, even sometimes 15. But sometimes when I talk to my friends, or even myself, I've been wanting to do content creation for a long time, but I'm always thinking of not having this camera or not having this microphone and stuff like that. Do you think having the best gears to start with, does it have anything to do with it, or do you think you can start with whatever you have?
In my opinion, I think you can start with whatever you have. Yeah. Equipment should not come in. I think it's first of all, it's the skills and your personality.
Right.
It counts a lot when it comes to content creating and all that. So equipment should not stop you. You should not wait for it.
So if somebody's watching this and they have a phone or whatever, they should still start.
They should start with it.
Right. What inspires and motivates you?
That's a big one. I think first of all, I think it's my kids that I don't have yet. I don't want them to come. I don't want to give birth and then see them looking at me because they're going to see me first of all as their hero.
Right.
So I think that part, I don't want them to see me as someone who couldn't really make it. And I want to be a motivation for them. So first of all, that, and also my family, because I hate that feeling that a family member could come to you asking for some money to start something that that thing that he or she want to start is going to really benefit him and his family or her family. That thing I really don't like. I hate that. And mostly it's not that big money that they ask for.
Right.
So those kind of stuff, I'm like, I need to make it. So
So you want to be in the position to be able to help other people.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's like those things, when I think about it, it's...
Right. So I think there's a little bit misunderstanding when it comes to content, because everybody who is doing a 9 to 5, obviously, I think the ideology out there is when you're doing content creation, it's not a job or it's not work. So you just basically sleep how much you want, whenever you want, wake up and then just do something and then you make money. But then also sometimes you hear from famous YouTubers that maybe in the beginning, it's fun to do content creation, and then at some point it starts to feel like work, especially when you have a lot of sponsors and stuff like that. They almost kind of like start telling you what to do, what type of content you should create and stuff like that. So at some point, even YouTubers or content creators, they also have this type of burnout and stuff like that. So talking about you, how do you recharge, and how do you make sure like you stay motivated or you stay inspired with content creation? Like, how do you get that part going all the time?
I think with that, first of all, it's in my case, I think at some point I experienced that, and then I was like, I need to really. So now, like, what I normally do is I try not to overthink, first of all.
Okay.
And also I try to break it down as small part as possible, so I don't just go all out with whatever I'm doing.
Okay.
And I think with that part, that's what's helping me not to burn out, because I felt it, a little bit of it, especially when it comes to replying to brands, trying to negotiate with them, which is one part I need to really master, learn more about. And also the business side and all this tax and all this kind of stuff. So
how many followers do you have now across platforms? A little over 100,000, I suppose.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So I started YouTube like a while ago, and I remember like the first 10 followers were literally my friends. And at some point, I had 40 followers. So I almost didn't want to post there because I was like, 40 followers, that's nothing. But recently, I posted a video and then I got 8 followers. And I was so excited because I realized that for a long time I was still posting videos and I wasn't getting any followers. So at what point did you know that this is going to grow?
I think it started with their comment. Comments came in and you could see how those guys were commenting. They were like, it felt something different. You were like, yo, this is something, it's really helping people out there.
Right.
And from just that, you know, okay, yeah, whatever I'm doing, I'm on the right path, and I'm helping people, I'm touching people.
Okay.
And that's when you just know, like.
So, I mean, we have been recording now for, let's say, 15 minutes, but you have used the word like helping people like quite a lot. So that must mean something so much to you. Like, why is helping people so important to you?
I was listening to one video. I think it wasn't a podcast, it was a video, and he was saying if you have an idea, and because he was selling something about wedding rings.
Okay.
I think they make it from, I forgot the material that they use it for, and he made like 30 million from that business. And he was saying, if you have an idea and you don't help people with that idea of solving their problem, that means you're being mean or wicked.
Okay.
So like, in my opinion, helping people should be ultimate thing. Like, and sometimes you might think, what I know, it's just going to help 1 or 2 people. But in my case, if you keep it and you hold on, as people keep saying, gatekeeping, I feel like you're being mean. You're not like, you're not really helping society or the community, if I should put it that way. And God put us on this earth to really help people in that way. So helping means a lot. So
looking back at your journey, what are some of the things that you consider to be the best part of your current journey or career, so to speak?
Best part?
Yeah. Like what is the difference, like when you compare 9 to 5 to now being your own boss doing content creation? Like, what are some of the things that, like, some of the benefits of that aspect that you really love compared to the 9 to 5?
The underlying figure is still gonna be about money. It's like, because when you look back then, the number of hours you need to go through, the people you need to meet, the treatment they put you into, those things, when you look at it and compared to now, it's that part, like the money, the treatment you get on when you go online, when you're trying to do the 9 to 5, and also the hours you need to put in before you make those kind of money compared to now. It's like, now it feels like sometimes you make the money, you feel like, how is it even possible? Because then when you compare to the hours you need to do, 14, 12 hours just to get that kind of money, and now it's like, it feels like you're not doing, even though to someone, because that person is not into that field, he might think, okay, you're doing something, but sometimes you do it and you're like, so that feeling, it's...
So I know, like, me personally, you know, you have been an inspiration to me in many ways, because sometimes I think when you're watching YouTube and you see somebody say, I used to do 9 to 5 and then now I put a couple of videos on YouTube and now I'm making so much money, sometimes it's very hard to believe, because, you know, like, you don't even know if they're saying the truth or not. Like, but for me, especially because I know you, and then, like, I know a little bit part of your journey, it's inspiring and motivating for me to also believe that this is possible, because at some point, you know, we are from Helsinki, Finland. This is not a place that is very known for YouTubers and stuff like that. I mean, there's a couple of people who have made it on YouTube, but it's still like very small numbers compared to YouTubers from some part of America or England or somewhere, Dubai and stuff like that. So being able to see you, who is like one of us from Helsinki, Finland, blow up to that extent, from almost 0 followers to, like, 72,000 on YouTube and Instagram and stuff. It's like inspiring and motivating. But the question I want to ask you is, like, for somebody who is watching this and they maybe 5 years or 10 years, they still have an idea that they really want to do content, but maybe because of financial reason or stuff like that, they're a little bit afraid to make that jump. Do you think it's worth it to take the risk or to make that jump?
I think with that part, it's scary, like, because then if you're not getting anything from it, then I don't think it's advisable to make such jump, because even when you're getting something, because I remember last month I made a video even on that, like, I lost 40% of what I used to get. Okay. So just that, you should just know that when you're jumping, it's not gonna be all the time good. Like every month, because now it's like you're not really guaranteed every month. So for me, I would say making that jump is gonna be scary. I think it will be advisable to make a jump if you start getting somewhere 50 or let's say 40 to 60% of your normal income that you get. Then you can make such decision, but from 0, I don't think it's advisable. So if you had to do it over again, how would you do it? Like, if you were still doing a 9 to 5 and then you had to make the transition now, knowing everything that you know now, how would you do it? How would I do it?
Yes, in terms of risk taking, because you said you started without having any security, any savings or nothing like that, and now knowing that the financial rewards, they are not consistent. You know, in terms of content creation, like, sometimes you make more money, sometimes you make no money, or sometimes you even make less money. But if you are doing a 9 to 5, you always get your paycheck, right? So knowing what you know now, and if you were about to start now, what would you do differently?
I think now if I'm supposed to do that, like, take that risk and make that jump, I think I will save somewhere 6 months.
6 months.
To be on the safe side. So I know, in case even within that 6 months, nothing comes in, I'm still going to be okay with what I have. So
for the people who don't know, I mean, obviously, YouTube is your main platform.
Yeah.
What do you do on YouTube?
Video editing and videography, and then lifestyle, productivity and lifestyle. Okay.
Where can people find you?
Mostly on Instagram and then YouTube. That's my main.
Right. So I will tag your username so that people can follow you, and then those who want to learn video editing and stuff like that, they can learn. I mean, from your page, I've also learned a little bit how to edit videos. So far so good. I'm editing my own videos. So thanks to you. And for those of you who want to learn, you can follow Mathew and learn about video editing, mostly CapCut and Final Cut Pro, I believe. Right. So Mathew, we want to thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Like, you are an inspiration to a lot of us and a lot of people on YouTube. Keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully we will have you back here again so that you can tell us more about where in terms of growth, because I believe like you have some big plans and other stuff that you want to do. So hopefully we'll get you back on here to discuss more.
Thank you.
And peace. Shall I do the peace? I'll do the peace. And that's your signature. Shall I do
I'm gonna do the peace.
The way they do for your YouTube. The way they do for your YouTube channel.
All right, guys. Catch you on the next one. Peace. If you're sure you know how to do.
Charlie, thanks.